All right, today we're kicking off a quest to really understand one of the most vital roles in technology right now, the full-stack AI cloud engineer. And look, this isn't just some fancy job title. This is the person who's actually building our intelligent future, literally from the ground up. So what does it actually take to build these incredible systems that are reshaping our world? It's way more than just knowing how to code. It's about having the right mindset, the right tools, and this really unique ability to connect a huge, big picture vision all the way down to a single, perfect line of code. So let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive right in. First things first, what exactly is this role? Well, think of it this way. We're talking about the modern architect of the digital world.
This slide just perfectly nails the core idea. This role is a bridge, and that's so important. It's not just about being a tech whiz buried in code. No, it's about being the translator, the one who can take a business goal and turn it into a real working intelligent system. You're the hub, that central connection point between strategy, tech, and people, making sure that whatever gets built actually delivers real, measurable value.
And why is this quest so darn compelling? Well, let's be honest. The demand is absolutely through the roof. I mean, just take a look at these numbers. The skills we're talking about here, everything from full-stack development to AI architecture, they command some serious salaries and freelance rates. The market is practically screaming for people with this unique mix of expertise. This is the financial why that makes this journey so incredibly attractive.
Every great builder needs their tools, right? So for this next stage of our quest, let's talk about forging that foundational toolkit that every single aspiring AI cloud engineer needs to master.
And it all starts with the undisputed language of AI, Python. I mean, it's clean syntax, it's powerful libraries, it's just the champion for wrangling data, building models, and automating pretty much anything you can think of. This is your primary weapon.
But, code can't just live on your laptop in isolation. It needs a home, and it needs a history book. That's where Git and GitHub come in. This is absolutely non-negotiable for working on a team, and let's be real, it's your personal time machine, letting you rewind or previous version when things inevitably break.
Okay, now to bring your amazing creations to the world, you have got to speak the language of the web, and that is JavaScript. To be truly full stack, you have to be able to build the part the user actually sees and interacts with. And with modern frameworks, you can build the entire application front to back with this one super powerful language.
So how do all these different pieces, the user interface, the Python AI model, the database, how do they all talk to each other? Well, they do it through RESTful APIs. Think of them like universal translators. They're the contracts that let every part of your system communicate in a structured, scalable way. They are the essential glue holding it all together.
So, with our tools all forged, where do we actually build? Well, the answer is the cloud. This whole section is about conquering the environment where our intelligent systems are going to live, breathe, and scale.
So, at its core, what even is the cloud? It's actually pretty simple. You're just renting someone else's computers on demand. That's it. Instead of buying and managing your own servers, you get access to nearly infinite computing power, storage, and apps over the internet. And the best part? You only pay for what you actually use. And this slide brilliantly breaks down the main flavors of cloud services. At the bottom, you have Infrastructure as a Service, or IaaS. This gives you the raw building blocks and maximum control. Then in the middle, you've got Platform as a Service, PaaS, where you just focus on your code and let the provider handle the rest. And at the top, Software as a Service, SaaS, which is just ready-to-use apps like Gmail. The whole point is knowing which level of control your project really needs.
Now, moving to the cloud isn't some chaotic scramble. It's a strategic, thought-out process. This slide shows the 6 R's, which is basically the playbook for cloud migration. You can rehost by just lifting and shifting with very few changes. You could replatform, making a few tweaks for better performance. You could repurchase a new solution entirely. You could refactor, which means rewriting your app to be truly cloud native. Or, hey, you might decide to retain or retire what you already have. It's a whole spectrum of choices, not just one single path.
All right, now we get to the part of the quest that really feels like magic, actually making our systems intelligent. This is where we get to wield the real power of AI.
And listen, this is not just some fascinating academic exercise. This has a massive, massive business impact. AI-powered recommendation engines can lift revenue by as much as 35%. Think about that. That's the power of turning simple browsing into predictable, cold, hard cash flow.
And the wins just keep on coming. I mean, look at this. Chatbots are completely transforming customer service. Real-time anomaly detection is saving banks billions with a B in fraud. Smart inventory management is freeing up huge amounts of capital. AI is a direct line to making businesses smarter, faster, and way more profitable.
So how does this magic actually happen? Let's slow down for just a second and look at a really core concept, the agent loop. Think of it like an AI's internal thought process. It takes an action, it sees the result, it feeds that result back into its own reasoning, and then it just repeats that cycle over and over until the goal is achieved. This simple iterative loop is what allows an AI to tackle incredibly complex, multi-step problems all on its own.
A truly modern AI agent is so much more than just a smart model. It has tools so it can interact with the real world through APIs. It has memory so it can remember what you talked about before. It's got mechanisms to hand off tasks to other, more specialized agents. And maybe most importantly, it has guardrails to keep it safe and reliable. This combination is what unlocks true autonomous capability.
Okay, we've reached the final stage of our quest. We've got the tools, we've conquered the environment, and we've got the magic. Now, it's time to put it all together and become the master builder, the true architect of the future.
And this right here is what full stack really truly means. You're not just writing one piece of code, you're driving the entire life cycle, from the very beginning, defining the problem at kickoff, to designing the architecture, building with automated pipelines, layering in security, deploying to the cloud in these neat packages called containers, and finally monitoring its health and getting feedback from users. You own the project, from a simple idea all the way to a living, breathing reality.
But here's the crucial point, and this might be the most important takeaway of all. This role goes way beyond pure technology. As this quote highlights, your ability to communicate is just as critical as your ability to code. All those technical steps we just went through, they mean nothing if you can't translate them into a story that executives can understand and get excited about. You have to be a technologist, a strategist, and a storyteller.
So we'll end with this really powerful thought. Right now, the cost of entry into AI is the lowest it will ever be. Companies and, individuals too, who hesitate now, they're going to pay a survival tax later on, desperately trying to catch up to competitors who already built a massive advantage. This quest to become a full-stack AI cloud engineer, it isn't just an opportunity anymore, it's quickly becoming an imperative. So the only real question left is, are you going to invest now or chase later?